Awesome.
No, Venkatesan, sorry.
Lilis. Summary மாதிரியா
notes வந்து ஒரு summary மாதிரி
Precise summary takes, I have seen it. I think it should be in English. So in that case, it automatically captures more of what topics that we touched on the month. Okay, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think we'll keep going. Anyways, I'm recording this for Prasanna to catch up, right? Okay. Hi. Okay, good. So it's been a while. We catch up. We caught up with each other, right? Anyways, it's the reason is all with me again. Lifestyle, I'm running around. So, but still good that we are catching up still. Janani, thank you. I've seen quite a few items that we have. Let's get together first. Get together. First of all, Venkatesan, I want to hear from you. Okay, before we get into actual items, right? How is it going with you, Venkatesan? What are you actually comfortable and confident? So far, எத்தனை மாசம் ஆச்சு நீ வந்து ஒரு ஜூலைல இருந்து 3 months?
2 months. 2 months.
2 months.
It's third month ongoing.
Wonderful. So what are you comfortable? And what are you really confident on the activities that we do?
Confidence means confident level is I said.
Our usual activities that we perform. Yeah.
But
So
my comfortable with my teammates. Janani Akka is absolutely trying to push the in each and every phase I have faced some is used to me. He responds each and every time to me on current time is really useful for me, sir. And one more query is if we are both are have some queries with you, sir, but you do not come to sir, because your times are so busy.
That's why we are connecting now.
That yes, only we are facing trouble, sir.
Sure. Okay. Great. That's fine. Good to hear. That's a primary reason we connect now, all of us, right? So what are you confidently doing it? Okay, see, it's a matter of switch to a different language. Please update it so we can provide better quality transcriptions. Wow. I see. Wow. Tamil also. Excellent. I think they give better English and Tamil. Nice. Let's see. This time I'll share my screen. It's asking me that. Wonderful. What happened to that? Just now I had that option. I think, I don't know. In a language, what are you using? Transcribe. Okay. Hi, Prasanna. Hello. Prasanna. Hey.
Hi.
Thanks. In the Baina Prasanna. He is the guy. Okay.
Okay.
PrasannaVenkatesan, his name in full. I thought Venkatesan was his father's name earlier. PrasannaVenkatesan. Okay, Pa. Thanks for joining, Prasanna. She is Janani. You are seeing for the first time, Leah. And he is Venkateshwaran.
Hey.
Right? Janani வந்து almost 2010, almost 2010, 11 she is with me, right? Knows our SHaDE activity. She has been immensely contributing. Probably for a while she took a break and again she rejoined now. So she has been very instrumental. Complete activities வந்து என்னென்ன எப்படி என்ன மாதிரி activity பண்றோம் எல்லா appealsக்குமே ஒரு 5-6 years இருக்கும். Completely she was very deeply involved. Talking to volunteers, administrative activities, எல்லாமே she was in it. Very, very, very helpful, I would say. She was in and out, she was. And now again, she took a break and then she has joined back. Okay, yeah. Prasanna, for your own understanding. Venkateshwaran has recently joined. I met him in Ramakrishna College while he was doing his bachelor's. Now he is in Chennai doing his master's. MCLA, yeah, Venkateshwaran?
Yeah, yes, sir. MCA Prasanna.
SRM he is doing. Okay, Prasanna, you can introduce yourself.
I'm doing MSc as an harassment. I'm aspiring IT field and I'm looking for a job right now. Learning new things with Dragon.
Correct. So I'm teaching him on PHP, MySQL, and bit of scripting. All that gradually we are learning
Okay.
together. Okay.
All the best.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
thank
thought he'll also be useful so that he understands what and all we speak. Adanala, thanks for joining, Prasanna. Okay, great. So in the meeting, Prasanna, probably we do it obviously twice a month. Originally we plan, or once a month at least we should have. But because my schedule and availability also is a concern, so due to which somehow we couldn't have a regular connect, we had a break. But still, I'm trying to pull the strings and try to have the meetup at least once a while. We need to understand. The very important விஷயம் என்னன்னா, again, SHaDE we started a bit of history when the 2008 actual இருக்குது, but I started in 2004, but not in the name. There was no name associated. I was just randomly doing. In 2008, almost we are 16 years. In the வருஷம் mail அனுப்பல 15th year முடிஞ்சது actually. We are running the show with whatever best possible efforts that we could take to help the people, okay, both in educational and food primarily for the individuals and organization we do, and for educational activities is the primary. அதை தாண்டி on-demand activities like natural calamities வருது, கஜா புயல், வரதா, சென்னை floods, மும்பை, wherever நமக்கு வர்றப்போ on demand we collect funds and send it. That's a small history and what we do. Okay. And இதில் என்னன்னா, we are volunteers ஒரு group இருந்தாங்க, but now probably not much of a crowd. We call it as admin team, right? So administrative activities என்னென்ன பண்றோம் behind the scenes, இது நிறைய ஃபார்முலா இன்னும் பெட்டராக பண்ணியிருக்க ஸ்கோப் நமக்கு இருக்கு. We should have done it. But obviously time ஒரு ஃபேக்டர், பீப்புள் எல்லாரும் கரெக்டாக அவைலபிளாக இல்லாதனாலையும், நிறைய ட்ராவலிங் ப்ரொஃபைல், நானும் நிறைய ட்ராவல் பண்ணேன். ஸோ நிறைய விஷயங்கள் இன்னுமே நமக்கு ஒரு ப்ராப்பர் ஷேப்பில் இல்லை. பட் அட்லீஸ்ட் டைம் அண்ட் அகைன் we are trying to recoup. New volunteers வர்றாங்க போகிறாங்க. People took break. Only person who has not taken a break is me. Consistent since day one, I'm the one who is running. Yeah. அதனால we are at least this batch, நடுவில் everyone has contributed. Though they are not present, I'm very always thankful. கீதாங்கிறவங்க first ஆரம்பிச்சப்போ, before even Janani joined, Geeta Armugam, there was a good friend of mine. She was in Wipro, Bangalore. Early days, I still remember. Bangalore, BTM layout, ஒரு பார்க்ல உட்காந்து ஒரு லேப்டாப்ல வச்சு we both have spoken. ஒரு எக்ஸல் ஷீட் வச்சுட்டு எவ்வளோ ஃபண்ட், ஐ திங்க் 4,050 ரூபா, I still remember 2009 அந்த ஒரு இனிஷியல் டேஸ்ல. தென் ஜனனி இருந்தப்போ இளங்கோன்னு ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டு, ஐ திங்க் வெங்கடேஷன் உனக்கு இப்போ ஞாபகம் இருக்கான்னு தெரியல. while you are acknowledging the funds, he is in Siemens, ஜெர்மனியில் இருக்கார் அவரு. He did his best. 2000 period, he came to my home flat அங்கே பெங்களூர்ல வந்து he studied நம்ம என்னென்னலாம் பண்ணுறோம்னு சொல்லி ஒரு மேஜர் எக்ஸல் டெம்ப்ளேட் he created. He is actually good at Excel. அதுதான் ரொம்ப காலம் we have used. நம்ம ஜனனி உனக்கு தெரியும், அந்த எக்ஸல் ஷீட் டெம்ப்ளேட் ரொம்ப நாள் யூஸ் பண்ணோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் we switched over into Excel வேண்டான்னு சொல்லிட்டு we are doing it in PHP MySQL. Prasanna, the reason why I have invited you here என்னன்னா, இதுல ரெண்டு விஷயமா பிரிச்சுக்கலாம். ஒன்று ரொம்ப லாங் பெண்டிங்னு இருக்கு. இந்த மிடில் சபரீஷ் மகாலிங்கம் இந்த குரூப்ல இருக்காரு இல்லையா, he was also getting his hands dirty a bit on data migration. எதுக்கு மெயினானா, நம்ம எக்ஸல்ல இருந்து இதெல்லாம் வெப் அப்ளிகேஷன் MySQL மைக்ரேட் பண்றப்போ ஒரு பீரியட் ஆஃப் டேட்டா தான் வச்சு. இனிஷியலாக 2008-9 நிறைய இருந்தது. 2010 இருந்து எல்லாமே நமக்கு இப்போ அப்ளிகேஷன்ல இருக்கு எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு. 2010 மே அது till then there is no data available with us in the database. It's only in Excel. So Janani started, I think we have to recall that. ஓரளவுக்கு the data migrate பண்ணி வச்சது எக்ஸல் இருந்தது, but somehow it wasn't really completed properly. And Sabarish Mahalingam is also my other colleague associated work பண்றப்போ I got to know him. He is also a good friend of mine, good brother, and he was trying his best. I hope Janani is my good sister and Sabarish also. He took a break. Genuinely, everybody wanted their break in their life. I honestly, I support. I don't really pressurize, because ஒரு simple rule நம்ம என்ன வச்சிருக்கோம்னா, we do not want the people to have some suffering. Already suffer பண்ற people தான் நம்ம ஹெல்ப் பண்றோம். We want everybody to be comfortably working. அதனால we don't pressurize anybody. அப்படிங்கிறப்போ Sabarish did his best on data migration. Kushbu, she was in Singapore. She did her best in terms of reports எல்லாம். Year-end report பண்ணப்போ she did her best. So everybody has contributed, I would say, right? I'm thankful to every one of them. Apart from the people who are monetarily contributing, இவங்க எல்லாருமே they have contributed for Balaji, the website for the design, Initial 2008-9 when I started, and he was the one, my earlier colleague in Tari Harris, who designed the logo. Simple theme, I said he designed. Probably, a person sitting under a tree and reading a book or something. But we being a tree, providing a shadow. Shade means shadow we want to provide. That's our theme. Simplest theme. That's Balaji Jayavedu, who is again a dear friend of mine and a good brother. He is in Bangalore. He's based out of Bangalore. He who was the one who designed. அது மாதிரி இப்போ நிறைய பேரோட பங்களிப்பு இதில் இருந்துட்டு இருக்கு. ரெண்டு விஷயம் என்னன்னா, இந்த அட்மின் டீம் நம்ம வச்சிருக்கோம். People keep going and coming. ஒரு ஸ்டெபிலிட்டி இருந்தால் we have a lot of things. ஒன்று ஆல்ரெடி உள்ளது பண்ண வேண்டியது ஒன்று பெண்டிங். ரெண்டாவது எக்ஸிஸ்டிங்காக நம்ம என்ன ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷாக என்ன பண்ணலாம், நிறைய விஷயங்கள் நமக்கு நிறைய அப்சர்வேஷன்ஸ் இருக்குது. வி கால் இட் அஸ் அ பக் ஆர் இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட் என்ஹான்ஸ்மெண்ட். புதுசாக பண்ண வேண்டிய விஷயங்கள் ஏதாவது பண்ணணும்னாலும் வி கேன் டூ தட். ஸோ இதுதான் இந்த அட்மின் டீமோட ப்ரைமரி ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி. ஒன்று வந்து டு கீப் இட் ஆன் கோயிங். இப்போ அப்பீல்ஸ் வருது, ரைஸ் பண்ணுறோம், ஃபண்ட் ரைஸ் பண்ணி வி கலெக்ட் த ஃபண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் வி அக்னாலேஜ் த டீம் டு த இமெயில் த்ரூ இமெயில்ஸ். அதெல்லாம் ஒன்று இருக்குது. அப்பீலை வந்து ரெகுலராக எடுத்து கொண்டு போகிற அப்பீல் லைஃப் சைக்கிள் இஸ் த மெயின் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஃபேஸ் நமக்கு. அதுக்கே ஒர்க் ஃப்ளோலாம் பண்ணணும். அது பண்ணலாம் ப்ராப்ளி திஸ் நியூ டீம் டைம் அண்ட் அகைன் இட் கீப்ஸ் கோயிங் அண்ட் கமிங். ஹே ஸ்பெக்ஸு சூப்பர் நைஸ். ஓகே, 3 பேர், ஒரு ஆள் தான் போடலை. ரைட், ஓகே. ஸோ இதுதான் மேஜர் லைஃப் சைக்கிள் நமக்கு. பழைய நிறைய காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வாலின் எஸ்ஆர்எம்லேயே இருந்தாங்க. வெங்கடேஸ்வரன், தெர் வாஸ் அதர் செட் ஆஃப் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஹூ ஜாயின், பட் அவங்களால ஃபுல்லாக எடுத்து போக முடியல. ஐ கீப் கிவிங் கேடி. ஓரளவுக்கு நம்ம வந்து ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணி யூடியூப்ல இப்போ அப்லோட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம் நம்ம ஷேடு சேனல்ல. பட் சம் ஆஃப் த வீடியோஸ் ஆர் ஆக்சுவலி ரிமூவ் ஃப்ரம் யூடியூப் பிகாஸ் while sharing the screen வந்து we show some credentials. பாஸ்வேர்டுங்கிற வார்த்தை வந்தால் ப்ராப்ளி இட் ரிமூவ்ஸ் the audio transcript. We don't show the password, but because that is being, maybe somebody, they have an artificial intelligence which actually senses it, and they say, no, some sensitive information is being shared, so let's better remove it. Couple of videos are removed only due to this reason. All right. So that said, that's a precise background history for Prasanna to know. I think Venkatesan, you know a bit already. Janani, you don't need to know. You are a part of it. Okay, so Prasanna, இதில் வந்து effectively what I would request அப்படின்னா, I know I am teaching you PHP MySQL, you are learning. வெங்கடேஸ்வரன், நீயுமே கொஞ்சம் படி. ஜெனியூனா ஜென்னி will help, I would help on administration. நம்ம வந்து டொமைனை பற்றி நமக்கு தெரியும், we will help in the requirements. What is that we need to, the process flow எல்லாம் we can help. I can effectively contribute in all the spaces, technically also. Janani is trying to make something on Jira automation, etc. She can be a kind of business analyst or product மாதிரி வச்சுக்கலாம். We all can effectively contribute on PHP MySQL and the technical implementation. So what I would request, Prasanna is actually, Venkatesan, I appreciate you are looking for the intro call. This is the right intro. This is the guy, Prasanna. So we should have an ongoing and regular, Prasanna, I keep telling you, PHP MySQL, I know you are studying with HTML, CSS, etc. Let's make an effective learning, right? Committed learning, so that I'm telling you, we have a lot of things to do. Genuinely, we have a lot of backlogs. Definitely good amount of enhancements we could do, the way we can carry out things in a better shape. அது எல்லாத்துக்குமே we need the support. Venkatesan, I know you, both of you are studying, I don't deny. But in the learning, it's not a very big deal. PHP MySQL is very simple, very, very good. I'm giving you some initial context for you to catch up. So probably I've shared some my earlier videos, which I've taught to different students, and Prasanna found it very helpful. Prasanna, maybe you can share that, right?
Yes.
HTML, CSS, absolute fundamentals I have taught. HTML, CSS, and PHP. So please start, have a committed learning on that so that your absolute fundamentals become better. Probably if needed, we can have a technical session. In case you have any queries, likewise, we can catch up. I can do my best to clarify your doubts. Right? 4 topics: HTML, CSS, bit of a JavaScript, you can take it, PHP, MySQL. Maybe you take JavaScript as well, 5 topics, wherever what is required. You can practice that, with which there are 2, maybe other framework, Bootstrap, etc. on the way, alongside, I will be an architect. Right? I'll have my hands on. We can effectively take it and do it. But my request is you guys to have a committed learning. I am making underline the word committed learning. don't take it like, okay, I'll do today, don't take a break. Because I have different responsibilities. I'm trying to catch up. But you guys will certainly not have that much amount of responsibilities as I have. Right? So the reason why I'm requesting now is it's been many years we are, as I said, right? Simple rule. I am not very strictly imposing anybody on anything. We don't do that, right? But many different permutation combination of teams have been a part of the journey, but some or other way, for any obvious reasons, we were not able to bring that to a right closure. But I now probably I'm hoping that this group that we are in now will be able to make a successful accomplishment of what is, at least if not everything, decent amount of items we should be able to successfully complete it. Okay. ஒரு committed learning if needed, probably நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா இதுக்காக I think already we have spoken Janani last time நம்ம பேசணும் இல்லையா, just to keep track of your learning alone, if that helps, maybe every Sunday, because Sunday is genuinely a holiday, Saturday also people have some work, we can have a short catch up of 30 minutes. If that helps, only on that, nothing else, not on the shared agenda, administrative appeals, etc. Nothing related to our administrative task at all. Only with respect to your learning, where are you? How are you learning? What are you doing? Because only then we can make a progress and we can evaluate and where are we. If that is fine, we can do that as well, right? Okay.
Sure, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
We are good. Prasanna, anything you wanna?
Yeah.
We're all good.
Yeah.
Sharipa, if you are all in good standing with the overall objective, thank you. Let's make hopefully we'll make a good progress without any break or without any disturbance of the rhythm. Okay, thanks. So let's carry on. Pending on the Janani, I think you have made a couple of agendas. We'll go through that one by one. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I think we have it here. Where is that? Right. I think where is that? I think it went off. Yes. Appeal for Venkatesh salary. Yeah, I know last time we spoke. Venkatesh.
Yes.
Yeah. 15th August we spoke. It's been 2 months, huh? September, October.
Yeah.
Nearly 2 months, sir.
My bad. So I always have a habit of writing the date always, right? Okay. So what is the confusion here? We had it as 2004 for Krishnaveni. Now we are catching up with you, right? So
Yes, sir.
yeah, admin work. But I think last time we பேசணும் இல்லையா? Admin work னு ஒரு parent appeal போட்டு இதை வந்து sub appeal போட்டுக்கலாம்னு பேசணும் இல்லையா? Is it not? Do you have a doubt still?
Yes, sir. But நம்ம அப்ப வந்து ஒரு பிளான் மாதிரி தான் சார் பண்ணோம், பட் எக்ஸாக்டான ஒரு சொல்யூஷன் நம்ம இப்ப கண்டுபிடிக்கல சார்.
Okay, let's make it. First of all, இன்னைக்கு யாராவது வந்து probably make a notes, please. I can also take it up. But யாராவது
Yeah, sure,
can help or any of you. Let's take volunteers. Let's take a task. I usually write it. You could do it as well. Generally, for Venkatesh, we need to create an ID into the portal to begin with, right? And we have to add him into the groups, right? SHaDE, okay, maybe meeting. இங்க தான் வச்சிருக்கோம் எல்லாமே. இங்க இதுல தான் வந்து they see that the username, the credentials, what we have, right? They potentially find that to be sensitive. Okay, let's make it here. I don't know what the meeting ID. Today is 20th. Right. Okay. Number one, credentials to be created, account to be created, right?
Which account, no?
Prasanna ko user account create பண்ணனும். SHaDE
Ah,
SBI
yes,
ல we have to
Shared account. Okay.
okay, SHaDE account பண்ணனும். Maybe Janani, you can take a note, I'll add it later. Prasanna என்ன பண்ணனும்? shade.org.in domain ல ஒன்னு பண்ணனும். Add him into the SBI portal and add him into the Google groups. WhatsApp I've added. Maybe admin WhatsApp he's not into the main SHaDE WhatsApp group. We can keep him going on, all of them, right? Add him into the main SHaDE WhatsApp group. Generally, another idea of something that you have proposed we are yet to explore community. We'll have to check that. Maybe if not now, next week la paakala, next meeting la paakala. Maybe this meet we'll have every 2 weeks positively. We'll have it recurring. Genuine reasons we'll cancel it. Otherwise we'll continue to go. Keep running. Yeah. Okay. This is the first task. Prasanna, we have different forums where I want you to be an active participant. Seriya?
Yeah.
Seripa. Okay. ரெண்டாவது அப்பீல் ஓகே வெங்கடேஷ் இது என்னன்னா நம்ம அப்பீல்ல வந்து இதுதான் இந்த போர்ட்டல் we are talking about Prasanna. This is our again I'll tell you the story. இது வந்து there is a original portal இங்க இருக்குது இன்னமே ப்ரொடக்ஷன் இதான் வச்சிருக்கோம் நம்ம. This is the original page 2008 I told you, right? But it's certainly still I think now we can revamp it. At this moment when we are joining, we should, there is also a plan. We need to make an Android app as well. Already I have spoken with another colleague of mine in Milvik when I was working in Bangalore, named Suresh Kumar. Our page today again, it's again because of me, we are not able to. Maybe I'll invite him into another meeting. We all, we can make a parallel flow. Once you guys are comfortable, website பண்ணலாம். அதே இதை வந்து Janani probably we should discuss sometime exclusively on making the epic exclusive. Already I have it. In Majirale, we should create a product plan. Confluence site we have to spend some time on it. Confluence site we can revamp. So, 3 different portals. One is original SHaDE V1 GitHub le 3 repositories. Janani GitHub la access kodukkom. We need to give access to Prasanna for the GitHub repositories. I think we should have it here. Oh no, let me check. I'll also take a bit of history for him to understand. Just a minute. Okay, Prasanna. If you look at it, we have 3 repositories: Repo V1, Repo V2, Repo V3, right?
Yes.
Repo V1 is the current initial code base of SHaDE hosted in the website. You've seen, right? Current in production. Repo V2 is what something I have started in 2015 called NextGen Appo. This is what this is about V2. This SBI, SHaDE BAU improved. This is 2015 I started. And at the time itself, I thought we will have a real NextGen. Now going forward, that should be the NextGen where we wanted to have Angular, Bootstrap, some amount of responsive web design. Whatever framework, right? Tailwind, Next, anything that we think we can make it. But that didn't take off. 2015, when I started working, I made that portal, I was making it. That again put a stop. So that is currently what are we doing? At the moment, still, the SHaDE V1 is what is in public. We have given that to public. This site, right? If you look at it, appeal or contribute, this site. View appeals. This is what is still there in for public, general public, they look at it, right? You see here. And we still share this URL, say details, transaction for every appeal. This is in public, it doesn't require any login. First of all, the initial version does not have any, it's not a portal full-fledged. It doesn't have user-specific information or anything. It's just a public site where we have some capability to have dynamic content fetched from database. That's a very early version. Correct? That's what you see now. And this is the URL we are still running, we are sharing with public. Because still till today we are running this. Okay. Whereas this intermediate, right? SBI we call it as. We still don't call this a NextGen. We call it as SBI. SHaDE BAU improved. BAU means business as usual. BAU improved is what the interim version I started. I made it in 2015 and it was halfway through. It has got some better things, right? When you log in, you go to the profile, member home, you click on profile. What happened? Why nothing is... Oh,
Logged in.
Logged in.
Log in first.
My bad. Yeah. So member home page. So we have different menus as well, right? So profile, you look at it, we get to see the profiles. When we join, I think still in Cognizant. When my profile, that time when I created, right? Bangalore. That's when I met Janani. We were colleagues. She was in Chennai, I was in Bangalore, right? That's a history. So this is what, we see what are all that appeal on individual has contributed, right? So this is user specific, where we let the user log in and then we do that, right? Potentially we have these beneficiary appeals. Here we see, right? We all appeals in progress. But this has a different view. Administrative info, funds info, transaction details. But this is not really shared with the public because we have not completely ready. We are still not. So this intermediate SBI is used. I think I forgot to say Krishnaveni. There is another person who we are talking about now, right? She was also very helpful, I would say. Krishnaveni. I forgot to mention. She was an administrative assistant, like how Venkatesan is working. She was very, very, very good, I would say. She worked for almost an year, roughly an year and a half. And she really understood the way we work. And quickly she picked up the things and she was able to pull out the things very, very neatly. So I would appreciate her contributions as well. Because she was doing it with a good interest and good intention. Not for the sake of it. That is where I value the people who have contributed. That interest I have seen in it, the way you work it, right? Okay, somewhere I need to do, not like that. It's a good interest, which I really appreciated. Whoever does it, that is the key to success. Wherever you work, whatever work you do, you should put in that interest. And Krishnaveni has definitely done a great job. For 18 months, she was with us. Initially, she took some time to understand. I was genuinely helping her. Likewise, we caught up. We used to catch up, both of us. In fact, if you look at it, this itself started with meeting with Krishnaveni. You look at it, right? The sheet itself says meeting with Krishnaveni. To 2022, October, we started. What and all things. I've shared all these with the initial videos with her, right? And then we gradually had the meetings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eventually, we started. 8 January, right? She was only active member, admin member. Nobody else was available or actively able to take part in it. Even though the admin group, we have people, whomever I spoke. Right? Rest of others were all busy. Krishnaveni was only active member, but Janani on and off, she used to pay attention, at least watch out, and she used to do that. Right? So she was also very helpful and able to contribute towards the processes, whatever we were doing. Right? So this portal was used only by our admin team, whomever I mentioned. I think effectively Janani, myself, Krishnaveni have used. Now Venkatesan is using. Probably Prasanna, you would also start using now. So this portal, maybe it will never hit production. We don't want to. Why to give something in the middle? First version is there to the public. Second version, we are only using it. We will alone continue to use for a while until we bring up another site. That is the real next gen version 3. What I mentioned it here, right? The real next gen with probably Angular, PHP, REST, Bootstrap or responsive web design. Maybe we'll make it as mobile compatible. So I'm planning to make both responsive web design with UI, UX, intuitive, latest technologies on UI, which will be a good learning experience for you. But before we start, I want you guys to have a solid understanding of web technologies. Clear? So that is where I'm requesting you to prepare yourself with the foundations. Then we will start with the actual building of the next gen application, where in parallel, I am planning to invite my colleague, Suresh Kumar, who can help us build the Android mobile application. That's the plan. So that V3 is what we will call next gen. We will make it live and give it to public. Until then, the landscape, Prasanna, you are clear. Version 1, version 2, version 3. Version 1 is a simple portal, no user specific, no login, nothing. Just a simple website which gets the data from a database and shows it. Some dynamic content. That is with public. Version 2 is intermediate. It's called SBI. SHaDE BAU improved version of the current BAU. BAU means business as usual. What is running in production, where everybody else is accessing. That's what you call business as usual. Typical IT term. BAU improved. That we will still continue to use our own public admin team. It is not publicized yet or productionized yet. It is not given to the usual members of the team. We will not. The reason being, in a short span, we need to let the user access the other portal. That will be confusing. Better, we will not give it to them at all. We will only use it until we bring the next site. We will only be the first set of users. We will be testing it and making it live. In that case, we will shut down these two versions of it. If you look at it, this is a separate directory. Within the same domain only, it is also hosted. SHaDE.org/SBI, same database, but it's a separate application running in the same domain. It's a different directory. That's about it. Version 3 is we are yet to build it. We will do it properly. Maybe if needed, we can have a separate discussion for it, where Suresh also can be invited. We can have epic by epic. Confluent, Jira tools, we'll use it. Probably we'll build the stories. That's when Venkatesan, the transaction form redesign also we can do it.
Yes, sir.
But it should also get kickstarted at the earliest. The moment you guys are comfortable, we should do it. But by then, probably, Janani, I and you can connect to keep the Confluence pages ready for the requirements. You can start drafting. You please read it. You can add it wherever it is required. We will keep the product ready, product backlog, and what we can take it, etc. We'll keep it ready so that by the time the people are ready, they are picking up the stories. We can keep preparing the next set of stories available. That should be the flow, right? So V3 is yet to be built. Prasanna, is it clear? Venkatesan, you also get a clarity, right?
Yeah, I can understand, sir.
Okay. Any questions, Prasanna? Any other questions?
Yeah.
Great. So, Venkatesan, what we spoke, appeal, yeah. Last time also we spoke. We will create, I think 244 panalaya. Last time what we discussed and agreed, we will create a parent appeal called admin work. In admin work, hosting, it is not captured yet at all. Anything that we do for administrative, obviously hosting and the other thing, which we are not getting it from public, and it is from my own, right? But still we want to track it from historical. GoDaddy we make an expense on hosting. Initially we started with nitty-gritty, that should come along, right? So what we agreed, we will create a parent, see, appeals also have got parent-child relationship. If you look at it, admin work is one appeal under which we can have multiple. Right? So we can easily pull out how much has been contributed for the admin work. That's what we discussed. We will create an appeal called admin work. Our beneficiary also. We create one beneficiary and appeal. And then the rest of the things can be made as a child appeal for that. So 204 existing already for Krishnaveni. For Venkateswaran, we thought at that moment, I think 244 will create a parent and 245, 246. That's what we discussed on the day. Is the sequence jumbled upon now? What's the latest sequence we have?
Yes, no, I think it will be
244. Now we'll, in that case, we have to swap it. Okay, I don't think 245 has been created. Only 243 was the latest. 244 we created. SHaDE Tavaram General. Then this will be jumping the sequence. We will create one 245 and 204, 244, 246, 247. We can make it that way. Will that help?
one confusion where I found is in beneficiary table, we have a column called parent. But we enter the appeal ID in the database. That's where the confusion started. Like, so I started thinking all the possibilities and
sure, let's check. I think it should be for appeal, Janani. When you look at an appeal, this should be a parent appeal, is it not? Or beneficiary it comes? Oh, appeal, there is a beneficiary. I get what I'm saying. I know. Because ultimately, beneficiary is what we are tagging. Okay. For each appeal, there is one beneficiary. And beneficiary, see, appeal and beneficiary are directly related to each other. Without beneficiary, there is no appeal. So we associate an appeal with the beneficiary. And for beneficiary only, we bring in the cardinality. Parent and child. So that way, okay, let's take a look here. This is the parent ID you see, correct? So this parent ID is nothing but the parent appeal ID, actually it is.
Appeal ID, okay. That is where the confusion. Because of that, we didn't do that work. We can do that.
So let's take it now. Appeal 18, let's go. Okay, what happened? Okay, this is beneficiary 18. We should go for appeal 18. View all appeals. In progress 18. Beneficiary ID is 19. Appeal is 18. I think we created a beneficiary also 19. Then we should look at the beneficiary. I think we created a beneficiary also, Janani. There is one.
Oh.
Beneficiary ID 19. SHaDE. Okay, the parent, it should be linked to 0, our own appeal. The parent ID 0, right? It doesn't come anywhere. That should be the ID. We will map it. Is it fine? So likewise, what we can make, we will create one beneficiary, parent beneficiary. We will have one appeal, admin work, and then this is beneficiary, not appeal, beneficiary. These two should be tagged to this. And one more, whenever we create for hosting, all should be tagged to this beneficiary. Admin work is that actually there is no beneficiary for the task called appeal called admin work at all. Admin work is a logical name under which the sub beneficiaries will have one appeal each. Krishnavani was an earlier administrative assistant. She was a beneficiary, there was an appeal against it. Likewise, now Venkateswaran. And hosting. Hosting is a different appeal altogether. Anybody would like to contribute in future, we can receive. So far, I have not exposed it. I am the one who is always making in it. So that only will have a debit entry, no credit, but that is all right. It's probably our internal appeal. We will still manage it to track the expenses associated for that appeal. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. Prasanna, you are clear or? That's fine.
It's
Any
take
questions?
two more classes, sir.
Sorry?
அவருக்கு இன்னும் 2 section பண்ணா பிடிச்சுப்பாரு.
Yeah. The day one, right? So he may have initial confusion, but we will speak later, Prasanna. In case if you want any quick questions, you can ask. Ilena, we will speak. Gradually, you will understand. We will speak also. Yeah. Okay. Guys, he is from Pudukkottai. Native is Pudukkottai. So he is also visiting Chennai. So he's good. Venkatesan, maybe next week we'll meet in person. Maybe somewhere you can catch up if that helps.
Yeah, sure, sir.
I think
Sir,
mostly all of
next
us are
week leave la irukkom sir, வீட்டுக்கு போயிருவேன்.
Sure, that's fine. But we'll try to catch up. At least once a quarter, we'll try to
Sure, sir.
meet in person. That will be more effective. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. So is it fine? Now we are clear?
Yes, now.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Clear now.
Today I'm just going to take, I know there are, likewise, if you look at it, all these meetings, there are so many pending items to do. I'm going to request Prasanna to help us out. Again, he is now getting better at to-dos. Prasanna, all the to-dos, we can put it in Excel or, we can track it. We need to get the status. The reason being, maximum majority of those meetings were all with Krishnavani when we were talking. Alongside, we will mark an entry that there is a task. Few meetings when we three, I think Krishnavani left. That is when Venkateswaran entered, right? After she went, Venkateswaran joined. And then I think we had a couple of meetings, we three, Janani, myself, and Venkateswaran. What we have done, though we have also captured that entry in the OneNote as a meeting minute, but we have also probably created the Jira task for it, for a better traction. Likewise, what we can do, Prasanna, you can make an entry. Janani, you can capture a note for him also. Go through Raghavan to share all the previous meeting minutes with the Prasanna. And Prasanna to grab the to-do items. And probably create a Jira entry, whatever it is. We'll go through that and we'll decide it later, next meeting. We will go through and see what is still valid, relevant, which is open. Those we will enter into the Jira. If few things are not relevant anymore, right? They don't need to be tracked, we will discard it. So that's the work, Prasanna, for you. All right? If it is too much, probably I'll give something to Venkatesan as well, so that you both should have the same landscape, should be on the same ground. Okay?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Venkatesan, I can share something with you as well, so that you can pair up. All right?
Yeah, sure. Okay, sir.
Maybe what we can do in the SHaDE admin Excel, admin worksheet, Excel sheet itself, we can keep dragging. That's easy for us. Put a status. Get what I'm saying? The admin worksheet itself, we have a worksheet, right?
Yes, sir.
There itself we will create pending to-dos or whatever it is. There I want you to collate the entries and then we will review it together based on the status. It's easy to filter and go through.
Yes, sir.
So I think this is the sheet, administration. Different sheets. Reconciliation is different.
Admin queries are
admin queries, right? Okay. Now what we can do, we can add a new sheet here. What you can do? meeting to-dos, right? Precisely, you can have maybe the number, it's easy to track, a date of the meeting date, status of it, task description. And put a owner, task description. That way, status also will be there. Probably if you want, we can add the date completed, task description. This way, we keep on keep from the OneNote what I'm gonna share, you can grab it and keep adding into it, one after other. So you see, we will go through that later in next meeting. We will filter it, go through. Again, let's not aim to complete everything at one shot. If time permits, we'll go through all or we'll do it in chunks. At least every meeting, 10, 50, depending on the total number of items, we'll do it in chunks as well. All right? That's another task. Now, let's go on to other item. Close the bug for view appeals page. What is that? I should close the rest of
Last time when Saranya was going through our page, she found out that there was one number mismatch between Arangarayaman appeal and another appeal. So that confusion was because the serial number was mismatching.
Okay.
So,
okay.
So we had raised a task in it, and the code is fixed now. So I just left it open so that you guys can test and we can mark this as done.
When all appeals are selected from the drop down, the appeal ID gets mismatched after 37 as per convention appeal. There is not available in database. Okay. 37 is missing, huh? 820. All appeal. Okay. Interesting.
That was because in database, I think appeal ID 37 was missing. I don't know how it happened.
Interesting.
And the code change I made is instead of listing the first column as serial numbers, I just made it as the appeal ID. So the exact number would display there.
Sure. Venkatesan, you see this here, right? Where am I operating?
That's a terminal.
Every week, I used to acknowledge your email. You remember?
Yes, sir.
What do? I take the dump, what you upload in Google Drive. I dump it in my database, local exam. That's why I'll always do my test. Only then I'll respond to your email every week. You must have observed, right?
Yeah, first of all, you can text after we will replace it.
Correct. It's surprising we don't have that. 35, 36, 38. Okay. So due to which I think that gets mismatched. Sure, that's a good catch, Jeremy. I think we'll keep it. Maybe we need to do a probable task. What is the status of it? This is we have labeled. This is a bug actually.
Code fix is done actually now. We just need to test.
So in the PHP we skipped ID alone we skipped. And you upload.
No. I made the column as appeal ID instead of the
got it. Sequence number.
Sequence number, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So let's put it as a bug. That's okay. So yeah, fair enough. That's good. Print appeal info. Yeah, that's correct. All right. Let this be a legitimate one. We'll have to again one more thing, right? All the Jiras what we have, probably, we need to have regular meetings, certainly. There are too many things, as I said. Existing Jiras also we need to go through. Let's see whatever the top we can take it. Especially an administrative task, we can take it. Okay, thanks. View appeals.
And one more, sorry to interrupt now. On the same note, I have added this in our admin query as well. Like for now, in Jira, what we have is in progress, done, and something very initial as a task workflow. If there is something in between where we say the code is fixed or development is completed, something that sort of probably.
Okay, that is not possible because this is a simple Kanban board. In Agile, there are multiple boards. So Kanban board, something like 3 columns only. To do, work in progress, done. That's it. If we need to have multiple workflow statuses, Jira has something called Scrum board.
Okay.
So Kanban is a different methodology. Scrum, Agile Scrum, that's what typically people say Agile Scrum is because it will have multiple workflows. Development complete, coded, whatever we want, we can customize it as well. So we have to create that when we make on other next gen, whatever we created. So at the moment, we will have it this way. Where is the query you have? When is the latest? This is the one, right?
29.
So I'll mark it as closed. All right. Okay, great. Next task. Venkatesan, you are good. Prasanna, you are as well. So please stop me if at all you have any questions or genuinely you think it's totally going out of the board. You make a note, I can explain later. Okay, Venkatesan, you should be relatively better, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Next is 124. Let's take a look at that task. By the way, guys, Prasanna is also relatively comfortable landing Jira because I made his assignment for his PHP learning on Jira. So using Jira only, we are tracking the status. I asked him to update it. I think for 1 week, 10 days, he has not been doing it. Venkatesan, sorry, Prasanna, you should start actively using that. In Jira. Now you understand why I gave you Jira, Prasanna?
Yes, I understand.
Something familiar, right? That's a professional tool. We use it for active application development. That was the reason I wanted you to work on it, right? We started with the tool for capturing the learning. All right. Okay. 124 report to pull out latest update from admin view. Yeah, I think we had it last time itself, right? We created, isn't it?
Yeah, Jira task is created now. So I just tried creating a page.
This one.
I'm successful till the column funds collected. So where I was trying to build a query for the funds collected so far, I had few challenges there.
Very good. Looks nice. Let me take a look.
This is again in our older page because I find it very easy for me to.
That's fine. Okay, got it. Okay, description, all we are making it. Okay. But okay, this is very nice actually. New in progress also we are making it. Okay. Good. Depends on the status we fetch all. Okay. What was the query? I think you have quite a few. That's correct because we need to categorize it. Basically, if needed, generally what we can do, I know we'll go through that fully. What we could do primarily is, I think, no, sometimes we don't know. So far, there are our regular beneficiaries whom we are only supporting. We are only funding through SHaDE in-house funds. We have not received any external contributions. But that doesn't mean that we will never receive. I thought we'll add a flag, but let's not do that. It will be confusing. What if somebody is genuinely interested in contributing to that appeal? Hey, I'm interested in doing it. So let's keep it that way. Especially like Lotus, Sevalayam, our regular donors, right? So what is the query now? Appeal total. Appeal 0 is special. We should. Ideally, that's a good question. Maybe I'll go through that. We'll respond it separately. We should. What is the funds remitted so far? I'll tell you where it will be helpful. I think Krishnaveni, when we were working on same, that's when Krishnaveni was working only, I asked her. On demand, she'll prepare and send it to me in the Word doc or right. Where it will be helpful to mention the funds dispersed so far is when there is a larger appeal and we are collecting funds in an iterative fashion. Especially you have dispersed for Shastri sir, appeal long back. One professor, right? Who became paralytic. That's also one of our earlier members and good friend, Dinesh, his professor, Shastri sir, from Ooty, school or college when they studied, he became paralytic and we raised funds. Or even Chennai floods, 2015 when Chennai city was hit majorly with the severe floods, we collected funds that time. We keep raising funds and also disbursing it. It goes in iteration. That way, this status will always be helpful. Even otherwise, it is good to have an added information. Funds remitted 0 means we are yet to remit anything. We've only been receiving, we are yet to disburse. It is always helpful. And most importantly, I think we should add one more, Jira. Please, you can add a task in Jira as well. What is that? Then you can help creating Jiras going forward. Make a note now. If you remember, in the admin sheet itself, I don't want to show it now. I'm sure otherwise YouTube will block it. It's again financial information what we have. I requested Krishnaveni to keep the current fund status in the admin sheet, weekly banner. So that anytime when we disburse the funds, we can take a quick look how much we have it. Rather than logging into net banking, at least for a week, it will be helpful. That's a special admin page. Only for us, it should be. Maybe if required, we can have double authentication also. Only for us, what is our internal funds we are maintaining in different accounts. We have 2 accounts actually, 2 banks. Triplets and of course, I need to modify the accounts also in this city, Bangalore, I don't know, right? They're still with Bangalore. And the IOB was created in different branch altogether. Kumara Park, where friend Lavanya's father was available. I went there and created. I still there in that branch. I need to visit and give a KYC update and all. And I need to better change it. I should go to Bangalore once and do that, right? So that account also, please create a page. We should at least maintain, then and there we can keep updating. I don't think we will have an open API, right? They, like other countries, they have open API where they could access it. In India has not come up with that. Programmatically via API, we will consume and get our balance in a real-time manner. We have not yet come to that stage still. Not all the banks have open API capacity. So we need to still log in and update it. Whenever you do it, we can have an audit trail captured for it. Please make a Jira entry. Make a note and make
it
a
Jira.
Okay.
Monthly or weekly should be good now.
Minimum weekly, more is better. Whenever you log in, any change in it, you can update it. It can have the latest any number of times. It's always good for us. And also, we should notify. Please make a note. I'm telling you, if at all we are actively logging, what change took place in the system? Assuming we are all active, right? Currently, maybe say for example, somebody like Venkatesan is not today and next week is logging in. We made some change. Or one person is not active for 1 week. Maybe Chennai floods last week, we were not active. I make some changes. 4th day you log in. Then we should have a notification what changes happened in the system, who should receive, so that we will understand this activity has taken place. Please make an exclusive epic on Jira. We need it in the next gen also. But certainly, please make a note. Notification. It's very important so that we will understand anytime if anybody logs in, that will notify what changes took place in the system, but we will categorize it. What is that should be notified of? If there is a task, we can notify there is a task for you. Right? Assuming now going forward, what I wish, guys, Prasanna Venkateswaran, Prasanna Venkateswaran, you have a similarity. What really looking for, if you look at it, right, this one, you see your meeting?
Yes, sir, add meeting entry.
This doesn't come. We had the meeting minutes, right? I think it is like probably tabled, right? Let me go there. I think they are not. I think Janani, during the backup, it is missed. We had something, isn't it? Is it not? Initial days. You see here, this is what the meeting minutes should be. Janani Devi Megla. Devi was another person who is not at all active now. Megla is another good friend and sister of mine, but she is no longer, she passed away 2 years before. And my colleague also, yeah. So this is where we want to capture what is the follow-up remarks, etc. Meeting, and then meeting minutes. What do you want to add it? All right. Going forward, whatever we are now talking, it should be captured in the website. No more Excel sheet, no more OneNotes, etc. That is where I'm coming from. So anything, everything, we'll try to make it in the portal. Clear? That is the vision. Understood? No more separate OneNote, separate Excel. Wherever possible, we'll try to collate everything into the application. I had that vision in 2015 itself. That's what you see here, right? Meeting minutes. Yes? Meeting minutes. What each task we want to add. Who is that? Who will do what? Meeting entry, meeting minutes also. We wanted to capture that, right? All these, whatever we are taking it manually, it should be taken within the application. That's the goal. All right. All that from web application we should make. And eventually, when we enter now, the task assignee is, say, for example, Prasanna and Venkatesan. We assigned one task for you each today, right? What is that? Both of you.
What, sir? 1 second, repeat, sir.
There is one task assigned for you in this meeting today. What is that?
Want to make to-dos in all Excel sheets.
Excellent. Awesome. Good. The previous meeting minutes entries, whatever the task associated with to-do, all that you need to split it and put it in Excel, right? That task can be assigned in the application itself. Say if Jenny is a scribe, or I can type it, anybody can type, and assign to yourself. When you log in, you will have a notification on the top right corner saying that, hey, you have a notification. If you click on it, it will say there is a task. You should be navigated across. Clear? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
That is how it should be. Okay. All right. Next, we'll go. Generally, we are good, right? 124. Okay. Appeal reports, you are looking at it. Let me see. This is good, Jeremy. Thank you. Neat. We will take it up. Maybe you put it into Confluence. This has to be coming under Confluence, Jeremy. Make a task. This report should come in the Confluence section. Make a note where we will decide. Anyways, we are doing it for interim now. We'll also take a look and then we'll bring it into Confluence where we can make it all better. Yeah. At the moment, what is our current outstanding query? I could not figure out how to create multiple selects, added a new option called active, and upon selecting active. That is fine. At the moment, it's okay. Funds collected, building the query to populate the total funds collected per value appeal. Okay, we'll take a look. And what is that temple? We'll take a backup. Okay, we have done that September itself. This is all done. Yes, we should do that, certainly.
Anna, sorry to jump. Meeting minutes, we are still good to capture it in the SBI, right? No?
The portal, I think there is an issue. I created a table. The table itself is missed. I put an action item on me. Maybe we'll start capturing. That's another activity we'll start. Put an action item on me.
Okay.
Because there, I don't know in the existing backup when we took, I don't know where went to the data, but I have all the archives. I certainly have all the archives since day one when we have it. Right? Week on week, I take a backup. Right? I should find out, let me know. Otherwise, also from now onwards, we will capture. We'll take in flight. We'll starting from maybe from this meeting in itself, we'll incorporate it. And next meeting onwards, possibly that's the enhancement. We can do it in SBA itself until we get into that. We'll use it in SBA itself. We'll do that effect. Put it on to me. I'll do that. Yeah. And where required, I'll make use of these guys. Both the Venkatesan and Prasanna. I'll give them some task. Alongside their learning journey, they will also have something to do on the job. Right, guys? I'll make the design and keep it. And while doing the work, I'll give it to you where we can work on it by creating a Jira task. Slowly, we'll catch up with that as well, right? Okay, great. What is the next item? Queries in admin activity page, monthly recon set. Okay, we look at the monthly recon first and come with active. Monthly recon is here. What is this administration V1? That's the old one. What you had, right, Janani? 2014. Last time also we looked,
Yes.
right? 10 years before.
Yes, no.
See, guys, 18 June 2014. This is how we used to operate. 13 June, 18th June. Lovely. Yeah. Okay, this is for us to treasure the memories and keep it archived. Yeah. Exactly 10 years, a decade back. The current one should be here. Recon, where is that recon? Okay, this is the one. Where is a query recon? Wow. This is a new status, huh? Come this way. The status you added. Value filter, huh?
No, I think that is what it was. Like whenever
Maybe this UI. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Let's make it, what is the query now? 2024. Let's start from January. We start. Okay, done. Krishnaveni, she has done till April. May, Janani, you have done. Guys, please be informed. This is reconciliation is something. What do we do? I'll give you a gist so that you are not lost. Potentially, we track all the expenses and then acknowledge in the portal. Venkatesan, you know you are doing it. Prasanna, I am not going to talk about it now. It will take time. Maybe Venkatesan can give you a KT or I'll talk. We will talk when you are here, right? So typically when we acknowledge the transaction, only then people will be notified of via an email we do. I know, Prasanna, generally there is an ongoing task, outstanding task on the email. I'll take the blame. I'll work on it, right? So the reconciliation is always required because sometimes genuinely when we are tracking when we log into the website, banking website via net banking and take the transaction remorse, there are chances we have seen we miss it, right? But when we receive a statement, totally a PDF or Excel sheet, we receive it, we will verify it against both. What is there in the DB? Any transaction that we collected, hey guys, are we making a transaction entries for each month when you do the login, right, Janani? Like this SHaDE transaction. I don't know when last I have. See, this is 2020. Here I have for each of the accounts 2023, 2024. May, both the accounts, right? This is what last Krishnaveni shared. ICICI shared IOB. Likewise, do you have an entry? This again, I have my own practice just for a legacy. I'm asking. June, July, August, September, October. Do we have this or no?
No.
So locally, I have the record, sir.
Great, you can share it with me. Put a task on Venkateswaran. I just want to track it. You see here, right? Month on month,
Yes, sir.
to share. Right? I used to make an entry like this, initial with 2 hyphens in the beginning. I don't know where it is. Like it means this is acknowledged. But she has a different structure, Krishnaveni. At the end, she did credit debit. She followed it. That doesn't matter. But likewise, I have the entries. Venkateswaran to share all the previous entries. Thank you, Venkateswaran. So this is where we compare it. From the DB, we will compare from the statement and to find out is there any transaction that is present in the bank statement but not present in the DB. Venkateswaran, best example, recently somebody asked, what is that? In the chat, the group. Who asked? Venkateswaran.
Acknowledgement or not.
Who?
One second, sir.
Rajamani Muniappan.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I did not receive any confirmation email for my contribution toward SSS for the past couple of months. Could you check? Correct? This is where this reconciliation will help. Ideally speaking, we should not miss it. And that too, few months he is saying. Right? So this is where the delta we will find out the differences, if there is anything potential or not. Okay? That is the exercise we used to do. The previous Excel sheet we had, myself and Janani had used to work. Which date we verified the bank statement, we put a status and all. Now that's what she is saying. She has Done with that. Okay. Acknowledge transfer from GL. What is GL? General ledger. 11,002 to 11,007. I see a debit and credit in May month. But this remarks, however, it's not marked in database. Is it okay? This is transaction number.
Yes,
Transaction
I think.
number now.
11,002 to 11,007. Let's check. I don't know. Nothing is there.
Anna, if I'm clear, I think it is the transaction IDs in bank statement.
Bank statement? Here only 8,000 we have.
Yeah.
What is it bank statement? 11,002?
1 second. Let me pull out the name and
Please
transaction.
check. This is very important. I think next time also we should maybe, prioritize this. It should not be in the last. Prasanna, தலை சுத்துதா இல்ல ஓகே இருக்கா இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா இருக்கா என்னமோ பண்றாங்க என்னமோ பேசுறாங்கன்னு இருக்கா
Sorry.
புதுசா இருக்கு ரைட் நீ எந்த ஆர்கனைசேஷன் போனாலும் எக்ஸிகியூஷன் இஸ் ஒன் பிஹைண்ட் த சீன்ஸ் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேஷன் இஸ் டோட்டலி வெரி டிஃபரெண்ட் அது நிறைய பேருக்கு வெளியே தெரியாது ஓகே
ஓ இல்ல பேங்க் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ல AC XFR from GL 11,002 to 11,007. There is a remark in bank statement.
XFR transfer probably overseas funds இருக்கும் என்னைக்கு
Okay, but
2024
yeah, May month.
எதுல ஐசிஐசிஐ ஷேட்ல இருக்கா
ICC shade.
ஐஓபி இல்ல ஐஓபி இது ஐஓபி ஏன்னா பெரும்பாலும் இது எங்க வந்து ஐ எம் டெல்லிங் யூ this XFR is a shortcut for fund transfer. So precisely somebody, maybe Mahendran or somebody would have transferred into that account. Or I don't know.
Okay, yeah, IOB.
Okay, I'll check that journey. Put a remarks on my name. Today's task, I'll update it. What else is here? Debt. Lovers of truth. Yeah, this is for Indumari grandma food. There is a debit transaction with appeal ID as -1. Should there be any credit transaction? Yes, of course, there has to be. Why it is not mapped to Lotus Salem appeal? Correct. It is for Lotus, but maybe by mistake she would have mapped as -1.
Miscellaneous.
Right? Miscellaneous. I think I would have told or she would have mapped. We can map it to Lotus. Okay, I'll tell you why -1 generally. This is not a direct entry for SHaDE activities. If you map it to Lotus, that's the bifurcation we take it. I think always we track it into, I remember, if you remember my other friend Gayatri also used to contribute year on year. So we track it under miscellaneous because it is not directly with our appeal for which we raise funds. So if you bring it in, it may create a confusion. I think that's the reason in the appeal report as well, right? I've requested Krishnaveni to incorporate -1 also wherever that's required. Sometimes -1 does not have any relation with our ongoing appeals or fund that we raise because it's just a fund that is parked in our account. Meaning, somebody wants to donate some money to an organization like Lotus or any other institute. The exact money, probably they send it to my account. That goes into a different bank account of mine and I transfer it and we send it. So that way, it does not have anything to do with our appeals. That's the reason we put it as -1.
Okay.
That's clear? Good.
Yeah. I got this when you said the funds which you send for your kids' birthday celebrations. You asked me to mark
It's
it in this
all
way.
minus one. Because
Yeah,
that does not really do with the usual appeals. It is something outside, but it has routed through the SHaDE account, because where we added the Lotus beneficiaries, for them also it is easy to check. Issue. Year on year they send the receipts, right? It is easy for us, for them, the beneficiaries, to check it from which account it has come in. That's the reason we have it. But all of them should be mapped to minus one. Minus one is a miscellaneous. Where are these two guys? They are present, no? Okay. Okay. Could not find this in database. How come? No, we need to make an entry then. Probably Krishna when he missed it. 2001. We need to add. Credit is marked, but debit transaction are not marked in DB. Bala. Debit, then we should do. We have a debit, right? We should do. And the cash, Sivagangai, 10,000 could not find this transaction in DB. I think I would have given a comment, is it not? If not, we'll check. Make a separate note. We can check. Then I'll help you with it. I don't know.
Okay.
What is missing? We can mark it in red color. We can do that, right? Okay. 19 June, payment from phone, Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank, 300. It to be acknowledged. To whom? I think from phone. 19th June, this seems to be from Google Pay. June 2024. Give me a minute. Let me quickly check. That's again a problem. I'm planning to switch the mobile account, right? Mobile number is always a trouble when I switch it for others. The transactions are cross-posted. Google doesn't have a facility to filter out, or the customers to decide which account it should be. They don't have a logical wallet. I think again there is a RBI restriction. I wish they can have that. If you send to my Google number, that should be parked in a wallet, and I can take a decision to which account of mine the fund can be routed through. If at all a customer has got multiple accounts mapped to registered under his Google wallet, right? Digital wallet. I don't know. This is June 24th, right, Janani? At least Google.
Yes, ma'am.
The reconciliation or the reports, transaction history. Payment method is fine. 300 rupees amount. Days. Oh, I have only last 90 days. I don't think I could take.
Or maybe you can check with that phone number now, 7030.
Tell me the number.
7030
Hmm.
11 3576.
I don't get that from the transaction. Okay, let me check in this number. Pay phone number. Saranya Vijayan. I don't have anything. Shanmugapriya G and we don't see any entry
Okay.
on Google Pay. That is the one linked with our ICICI. It's ICICI or IOB? ICICI, right?
ICICI now.
June, July, no, 19th June. No, then we have don't have a clarity for which appeal we got. I don't know. I don't see anything from that number. Payment from 7030113576. It says Saranya Vijayan. Banking name is Shanmugapriya G. And somebody else.
Okay.
Probably for, maybe let me ping, I don't know. Probably for any appeal in the month of July, they would have contributed 300 rupees. I don't know. No other wallet. Probably, Phone Pay, or I have linked to that. ICICI SHaDE only with Google Pay. If not, please make a note, add a task. We can check with them with the phone number by dialing them, saying that, hey, we received these funds. This is number, right? Let me find out. I don't know. This is Phone Pay, not from Google Pay. Wait.
Okay.
Phone Pay also, how come ICICI went? History. August, June, July. 9th, 14th. No, I do not see that. Let's check. Give me 1 minute. Seven zero 30. Acknowledge transaction. Okay, this is from Krishnaveni. June she had shared. Where is it? 7030. Pending to acknowledge. Credit Sendil Kumar. This is for my friend, college mate, for Arangare Amman appeal. Sendil Kumar. Where is it? 300. Here it is. Pending to acknowledge. Oh, then she has not asked me also. Then why she put double dot? I don't know. Payment from phone pay. ICICI account, surprising. No. We need to check, Janani. She is saying pending to acknowledge. That's where it is. Good catch. Guys, you see that, right? Venkateswaran, Prasanna?
Yes, sir.
There is one
It's a whole
transaction,
record.
but we have not acknowledged it. Even it is 0.25 paisa, we should have a clarity. Credit, debit doesn't matter. That is the best way of administration. We should have the right accounting done. That's the fundamental integrity and the discipline, right? So generally we'll check. I don't know where from where. I couldn't find from PhonePe as well, because usually PhonePe sends an email. Nobody else does it. PhonePe sends an email for every transaction that you receive, be it credit or debit. And there is a good amount of reporting also we could have. I don't know, 300 rupees directly it came through bank, but I'm not sure. Okay, we'll take a look at it later. What next? This is done, right? Rest everything we are ready to do. August, September.
Yet to do now. That yeah, that's on me now.
You can take it up. Please do it once in a while, and please ensure that's good. Thank you. Maybe before we start recording, or it's fine, we can talk about internal funds, what we have as well. We should mandatorily include the fund status. Before even probably we start recording, we'll just discuss that. Let's not really put that. If definitely I want to upload this video into YouTube. Tomorrow, if anybody wants to refer, we can refer this, right? But because that's something very internal and sensitive, let's have the format in such a way. First, we'll discuss about the actual funds, what we have weekly once every meeting. First, we start the meeting with that. Then we start the recording and we start with the reconciliation status. That's very important. Every meeting we should talk, right? Okay, great. Janani, I think you also had, I think I had an email. Wait. Here it is. I've acknowledged it as well. Yeah. Oh, this one you have put it, is it?
Yes, no, that's the first point. No.
Okay, okay. Got it. New beneficiary will be created for starting admin work. That's correct. 99 admin might get idea. August 19 new beneficiary. Okay, that is fine. But this is appeal ID. I think I mistook it. This is appeal ID. This is beneficiary ID. Corresponding with the above beneficiary, we can create a new appeal. Correct. A new appeal might be for admin work. That's correct. Probably 245. Perfect. A new beneficiary will be created for Venkatesan for tracking this salary. Correct. This probably will 188. That's correct. While creating this beneficiary, the parent ID should be given as 245. Exactly. And the new appeal can be created for Venkatesan separately. We are already creating, no? Oh, appeal also we should create. That's correct. That's completely right. And we should also mark the other appeal. Krishnaveni's appeal also, beneficiary, we should mark it with that. I don't know what is that appeal, beneficiary status appeal. 204 if I'm not wrong, right?
204.
That should be closed by now, or we are keeping it active because we are now with for Venkatesh.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we called it SHaDE admin work. We created that. Beneficiary, there is a Krishnaveni already there. 68 she is the beneficiary. And this is an admin. There is one beneficiary already there. Okay, let's do that.
But now, but we got to edit that beneficiary ID to me, sir, or create a new
parent ID. Or that, no, we need to go to the beneficiary here. 168. We all beneficiaries. 168. Krishnaveni, this parent ID should be that 187.
Yeah.
Clear? Beneficiary is what we have a parent-child relationship. We can break it later also, doesn't matter. Make sense? We are good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is something we are sorted out. Okay, fair enough. Anything else? Anything we are good?
Yes, sir. Almost we covered
Simply
the.
reconcile admin activity. Of course, there are quite a few other pending tasks and Jira. Anything interesting Jira we need to pick up, Janani? Let me check.
Anna, in between, I had a question. Like you were talking about the notification, right? So it is the notification that Jira has to give what and all updates are.
Jira does not.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay.
I'll show you. Give me a minute. The inspiration. We also have it in applications, right? I'll tell you. There's a website called LeanPo. Yeah, have I logged in now? I'm just opening the website now, right? You see here. You see notifications?
Yes, sir.
What does it show? Has published a new, whatever the books that I have purchased, whenever they have published a new version, it is notification. So when I log in, I can take a look at it. Mark all as read if you want, I can do that. Clear all or whatever it is. Make sense? And I have this option also. Now notification will be gone. This is what something I'm giving an example.
Okay, in our website, SHaDE.org. Okay, got it.
So we should do this way.
Okay.
Right? Something like that. Notification. Put an example in. So this way, if you anybody logs in, they will get to have what are all the tasks. Maybe we can split it also. It's just an update or a task. We can have it separately. You have an update, just an information. You don't need to act on it. And just a notification. We can have it separately. Task, notification. Notification means, hey, probably the weekly balance is updated. The bank account ledger balance is updated. You just go and take a look. You will understand what is the balance. You don't need to act on it. No task for you. But it's just an FOIA to you. Task is FOIA, what you're supposed to act on. We can build it that way. Make sense?
Yeah.
Anything we should take? SHaDE BA improved. You know, we need to fully automated email. Yeah. Something of that sort, but I think most likely we should get out of GoDaddy. Do we have this here, GoDaddy? Not sure. Maybe we'll take a look. GoDaddy transaction mark security purposes. Okay. Maybe we will catch up with the Jira next meeting. Probably GoDaddy, I'm not very happy, Janan. I think we should go for cloud-based AWS or even Nitty-Gritty, they offer it. It's certainly not very cumbersome, not all user-friendly. Their support is very, very bad, very poor. I'm not been happy at all. Probably for some reason, I think I need to check. Please take a look. I need to check the validity. The last I purchased is for 3 years, if I'm not wrong. 3 or 5 years, they get a better discount. But certainly, they are not of a right measure. Maybe we'll have to shift into maybe the new domain will keep it up and running there. But domain is common. We cannot shift it. The new domain or host it in the old domain. A new domain where we purchase, we'll put it there. For this, we can use a separate subdomain. Something we'll have to do administrative purposes. But I'm not at all happy with GoDaddy for the past 6 years. 5-6 years, I'm always struggling. Earlier, they were good. But maybe we'll take an alternate approach. Probably AWS or Azure, if that helps, we can look at it into their hosting. AWS, they say generally there is a concern on billing. Or Nitty-Gritty themselves, they give a better solution, better system, Nitty-Gritty. But I think the cost was slightly high, Nitty-Gritty. We'll have to explore that. We'll explore and see what it fits the bill. Even this itself, GoDaddy itself, I pay 18,000 rupees or something for 5 years. 15,000, or they gave 20%, 50% discount. I think that comes around 9,000 or so somewhere. for 3 years or 5 years. So per year 2,000 or 3,000 I pay, something like that. We'll have to check that as well. It has to take another task journey. Admin hosting, when you create an account, all the hosting expenses to be mapped. Whatever the expenses we have done so far, right? The invoices, we need to attach it. Two things. One, expense to be mapped. We need to track it into the admin expense acknowledgement in the portal that will be mapped against that hosting expenses.
Hosting.
Plus the respective invoices as well. Whatever. Also to be uploaded in the Google Drive. That's another task. Maybe we can create it in the Jira for tracking. That's better, but we'll do this. This is also another task on me, Raghavan. 1, 2. Okay. I think pretty much we covered. Anything else, guys? Important we should talk. I know most pending is email. Venkatesan is still doing the manual or how is it going? Janani?
It's still manual now.
Manual. That should be the very first one. And what we can do, Venkateshwaran, other task is transaction form. We can make right form. But I want you guys to pick up the web development. You see, the very first task, what I would say, email, hosting, we can look at it. Email, I'll try to talk to them. I don't know what is that. I'll have to generally spend some time. I'll do it. Please remind me. Next immediate bit of development, what we should do, again, to keep it going is the meeting minutes. Entry, what we make should be there in the SBI portal. That should be the very immediate next development. I'll create it all. Probably a Confluence and Jira, I'll create it. I'll let you guys work on it. But please come prepared. Try to spend some time on the same PHP development, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Any questions?
No, sir.
Anna, I think we may have to sit for the work which Sabarish has done already.
Please create an entry. We both can take. If required, we can pull in this piece. Otherwise, it's fine. We can take, please. That's very important. Please add a Jira task. And remind me. Maybe on and off, what we can do, we will swap it. 2 sessions we can take. Format. Every alternate 2 weeks, we'll talk about administrative tasks. If not, monthly once. Remaining weeks, I think every Sunday we'll dedicate half an hour to 1 hour for this. Right? Regularly we speak on Jiras, whatever pending going on, we'll swap it. Maybe we'll put one thing, Janani, in the admin task itself, you create a task. You create a sheet. Which day, what task we're going to have it. That will be easy for us to map it. The admin Excel sheet itself will have a meeting recurrence pattern. You have it. Starting from next week onwards, you have it.
Okay.
Next week, I'm traveling to native, but still we'll try to adjust the timings accordingly. Maybe we should give at least half an hour to 1 hour. Minimum. Otherwise, things will not move. That's the reason, primary reason I'm bringing into it as well. I think every Sunday we will give half an hour to 1 hour max. We will park it. We'll stop it there. That's the reason I did not pick up much of the things. Today we have to spend a bit of history because Prasanna is totally new. He should understand so that he can get some relevance. But let's keep it precise and try to take. You can swap it. Put it in other order. Make the random round robin, right? So technical task, Jira, exiting Jira itself, we have to go through, have an entry. We can spend some time on Confluence for the product grooming for the next gen. That should definitely happen. Right? We'll take turns. And the exiting data migration, that should definitely be there when we move into next gen. Right? So we'll put an entry and then we'll swap it. We'll review it together and make it finalized. Accordingly, we'll schedule the calendar invite. Okay. All right, guys. Anything else?
And about that admin queries now, like there are few queries added.
Let's look at that. Sure. Anything important?
Time doesn't permit. Maybe you can do it in offline.
We'll take a look. No problem. That's fine. Let's take what is open. Open only 3. That's fine. What is that? Anonymous transaction. Someone asked to keep their name for anonymous for any transaction. Now we are marking it as the anonymous and the mail IDs used with respect to anonymous. Should it not be like we have to store the actual entries in the database, but should not? Yes, that's correct. That's correct. That's how it was. Dodo needs to keep his name anonymous. Not sure if we have DB column says transaction anonymous. I think we make a remark, and that's a good question. we need to check Janani. If I'm not wrong, that's the actual intent. I had it as well. We need to have a tick mark while acknowledging, keep it anonymous. We should have a tick mark while acknowledging the transaction. We should have a checkbox that says preferred to be anonymous or keep it anonymous, something like that, right? Preference. That way, it will still be stored in database, but not displayed to others. That's correct. The A anonymous is something like we don't even know. See, this 300, assuming we are not able to track it for what cost it came in, then that's certainly anonymous. But what we used to do, we pull in all such funds and use it for other appeal, internal funds. So we don't use it at all for any of our reasons. We use it for a similar cost. That's how it should. That's correct, actually. So 520 May I go. This is a syndrome, right? Because I saw May, I typed May here. What do you call that syndrome? Pattern. Where is the wrap? Format wrap. Huh?
In the format, it was there. Okay.
What happened? Okay, great.
There were other queries also. No, I don't know why the filter didn't show.
Credit into donation received from notes on the recent appeal. This means I have asked all the receipts that we receive from the people, the intended beneficiaries, we have to upload into Google Drive. That's what she put it.
Okay. Okay.
And probably I need to receive it. Maybe they would have sent it to my shared Gmail. I need to send it. That could have been action item. You can put it on my name as well. If it is raised by Krishnaveni, work in progress means we need to check. Okay, let that be in as it is. Great. Okay, thanks. What else? Anything else?
There were other queries as well. No? Like I don't know why it didn't show up when you put the filter.
Blanks, maybe no statuses. Yeah, there's no status.
No status. Oh, okay.
There's open.
Okay.
By default, they're open. Let's take a look quickly. What is that? Reduce to copy transaction by one page at that. That's correct. That is from the ICICI, they marked it. Why is that still coming here? Is it needed? Oh, I think it is in that.
Anonymous query.
Yeah, it's for anonymous. All right. Rather than copying the UPI ID to transaction number field, can you practice copying the transaction number? Tell you unique across.
I think now Venkatesh has been following that now. Instead of making the transaction statement from UPI, Raghavan shared, and he is just copying that number alone. For example,
Krishna would have done it because if it is UPI transaction, only UPI ID is a unique transaction ID. So we need to be diligent. For UPI, we should copy this. For a non-UPI NEFT mode, we should copy that. Where you it unique. That's a good question.
Okay, sir.
It should be for that. Good question. Thank you, guys. Prasanna, hope you are still with us.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is there a way we can change the appeal status through website rather changing from database? I'm not with the exact page. Yeah, we can do, no? SBI. Janani,
is it editable now?
yeah,
I don't think it was.
you can.
Okay.
Let me show you. We even capture the admin trial, audit trial for it. Appeal.
Okay.
Let me go. For example, view all appeals, right? What is in progress? Okay, there's nothing called new now. New doesn't come on.
No.
It doesn't even show. On hold. Close, cancel. We have enough. Okay. Let's assume, say in progress, SHaDE Tavaram General. Edit, there is a button. You go here, you update it.
Okay.
So if you look at it, I don't click on update. What is the audit detail? Modify date. You have modified it on 8/19th, correct? Now there is a task for you. Ideally, we capture only the first and last, but not in between. At the moment, I'm making an update now, right? Status 244.
Okay.
In progress, we are making it to completed now, right? Now this is updated successfully. What is the status? Completed. Audit dial, you see.
Okay.
But we don't track what all the changes have happened in appeal. In between, if you want, we should take that. But I think maybe we can enhance it later. Next gen, we can do it. If at all, what change went in what state? We should be immediately able to track it. Maybe the delta differences, more informative. Intelligence, we can bring it in. But we keep it simple. We'll only few columns we have it, right? Probably if needed, when we are done with it all, we can bring in that versioning. Versioning of records. First record, second record, third record, and what is happening between that. That's a bit more intuitive for now. So now I'm bringing it back, right? This is how we should do it. If you're not logged in, you don't see the button, Janani.
Okay.
Let me tell you that update, right? Appeal info. Let me log out. You see this, right? You have it here. You don't see any buttons. Do you see that?
Buttons, okay.
And you see all these public reports and all you could see here. 2020 started. Reports and all. I think you still remember this feedback. 2015. First test comment, second test comment. You put some comments 2015. Nearly a decade. Use the search page. Then you remember? And last added 2021. She was using whole website very neat and seamless. She was using it for a while. Obviously, administrator purposes, right? She used it. So this is all available for general public, guys. But the member home, there's no profile. There's nothing. This is wrong actually. It should not even be displayed. There's a bug actually. It should not be shown at all. So if you are not a logged in user, you will not have any buttons to update it. Make sense? All right.
Yes.
What else? Next query, we'll go through that. What else is pending? Okay. As mentioned, so you could do it. Okay. As mentioned, meeting minutes and WhatsApp group. Okay. Sarani
I
sent to GPA which has transferred IOB account. Please correct this transaction. 236 appeal. Is not yet done. Venkateswaran? August.
So I think I checked that place. 1 second.
Can you please take it up immediately today?
Yeah, sure, sir.
One simple request I'll always make, guys. All these internal things can wait. But acknowledging the transaction in a right manner to the beneficiaries should not wait. Please. Because that's a legacy. Now I can very well say for about 20 years I've been building upon, right? I do not want that to be tampered at any time. My simple request, please. If there is anything pending on that, that should be the topmost priority. I do not feel good. Once in a while, it's happened genuinely, but when we are a team, we are working on having a shared responsibility. Let's try to make the common mission accomplished. Vision and mission, please. Yeah. Venkateshwar, can you also check Rajamani Muniyappan's transactions, why it is not acknowledged for a few months? And please give me a response in the admin team today. Channel, WhatsApp channel. I want to see, please. Yeah. Then you can oversee and help him where required. Yeah.
So it's close to the issue. 21 is corrected, sir. Now you
Sorry?
can check.
You're close. You have
Yeah, close to, sir.
Okay. That's great then. Did you do this
Yeah, I completed, sir.
today? Now?
Now only I completed, sir.
Okay, great. Thanks, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you. Interest paid by bank, usually acknowledge. That's correct. Okay, it's for Venkateshwar. Done?
This one also I went out.
Are done?
No, sir, no, sir.
Now, one another mail going forward. Next to meeting, build transactions, tasks. All these admin queries will build in to the portal. So eventually, people should take a task and update it that way. Task management. I think I already have it. Generally, you know it, right? But it wasn't working. Task. See here, somewhere the CSS layouts were failing. Right? SHaDE next gen, upload the code base to the SHaDE website. 2018. Right? 2018, 12, it is closed, critical. Venkateswaran, Prasanna, add a task module. You see here, update the UPI payment, the legacy web page. Yes? Do you see the historical tasks? But only the layout was not properly aligned. I'll have to fix it and we will make it. So this is the next second next item, Janani. First is we will do meeting minutes so that whatever the ongoing we can take it. Then immediately, until then, we will capture all the tasks in Excel sheets or Jira. Next, going forward, whatever important task we will add it, where required, we will make it into Jira. Jira. All right. So the first place should be our website. From there, we create a Jira and we can link it if it is closed also. Okay. All right. What next? Okay.
I think we just spoke now.
We just spoke today. That's correct.
Yeah.
This is okay. As long as Venkatesan, you received the funds, but only not acknowledged, it's okay. Internal. But what if we have not given you the salary at all? Will you feel happy?
I don't feel happy. I want to raise some questions.
So my view, it is how equivalent we receive the salary on time. I personally have the discipline and habit of that's my moral responsibility. Of acknowledging the people on time for their contributions. It's immensely critical. Get it? That's my mission. And that's my personal habit and discipline as well. Individually, personally, things can slog internally. But when it comes with the member, even then internally, things can slog. But I don't probably delay it. I don't feel happy. People should not be waiting for anybody for that matter, right? Same way, they have sent their part, they have contributed, and we should do our part. That's a primary reason I started looking out for an administrative assistant. Otherwise, Janani knows how I have been able to manage it all these years. Nobody, I could hire anybody. We have never wanted. Even today, I'm doing it all at my own expenses, right? I'm not raising funds from anybody. Correct? The reason being, I have other tasks. My timing bandwidth as a challenge, and I don't want this to be stuck. That was the reason I decided to get a person. Is it clear? So that way, we need to be really clear on the timely action for acknowledging. Right? I think Prasanna dropped. He will listen.
Yes,
Please do that now. Okay? It's with you. This is fine. We have discussed today. Janani, if you want, I can do that. Or will you do it, or you want me to do it?
We'll do it now. I'll do it now. Sure.
Venkateswaran. You can acknowledge the transactions. Okay?
Yeah, sure, sir.
This is again relatively less critical. I don't say this that urgent, because why it is less critical, Venkateswaran?
Because of me only, sir. Some people outside the admin work is take the critical.
Why it is less critical? Two reasons. One is first internal.
Internal work, yeah.
Second thing is, there's no impact. I'm giving you the salary. It will become critical if the salary is linked to that. Remittance of salary is linked to that. But that's not the case, right? We have decoupled it. So relatively, but earlier the better. Always try to have a clean slate.
Yeah,
Good discipline. There's nothing pending from me. That's always a debt-free life. Technical debt, that's also, right? Okay. None my trust. No, we need to generate. That's a good question. That's a big task. Please add it. I don't know. Earlier we had, I don't recall. And we need to find that out. Put it on your name and my name. Create a Jira. It's an administrative task. We need to separately add all the entries. We need to do that.
I think there is a sheet which Sabrish has worked now. I saw something incomplete there.
So
Maybe we can try using the same sheet. But again, we need to sit what exactly the sheet, or where exactly the sheet is pending, so that I can take it over from there.
Sure. Let's do that. All this again internal task can wait, but we'll take it up here. One from Subhaya Malingam as last marked. No, it should have appeared. It is for under Tavaram group.
200 is Tavaram.
Yeah, it should be coming along.
And regarding this Tavaram, like we receive plenty of messages in WhatsApp group, right? Like how are we going to organize it? Or maybe I'm lost track of it. Like how
We are doing quite a few. We are ornamenting them. Primary intention from my friend Satish is we will route everything through us. But sometimes there are all of us are classmates. Most of the donors are my classmates, BE classmates, Nityanandi, and there are volunteers. Satish is a facilitator in between. He is also a SHaDE member. He is in SHaDE WhatsApp group. Satish Kumar Tyagarajan. He is also a contributor to SHaDE. He just distributes. Right? Actually, this guy Prasanna, right? He's Satish's classmate's cousin. That's the relation. Satish is my BE classmate. His school friend.
I remember.
His cousin is PrasannaVenkatesan. Okay, that's how I got to know him. Okay. So we don't need to be much bothered about what and all happening in that group. Wherever I tag you in it, we'll take it up accordingly. Right? So Subhaya, I'll track on it. Subhaya, why what happened? I'll let me check. You can remind me on this journey, whatever is pending. Yeah. Okay. We are good now, right? Excellent. Anything else, guys?
Today we almost covered most of the topics.
Okay, Venkateswaran, I want you to please pick this up.
Sure.
I know you have a semester and all coming, but I don't think, as I told you on day one, it is not too heavy anytime. Gradual work. You do timely, but please pick up. Okay?
Sure, sir.
Because as you might have heard, we have a lot of things to do where we don't intend to involve you guys. Myself and Janani, we know the history, we know the legacy, there are a lot more pending. So if you catch up, people have their own bandwidth. So please do that. Okay?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yes. Okay, man. Anything else?
No. I'll just share the in WhatsApp group.
Please. Share a text. I'll add it in this as well. And later we need to convert it into meeting minutes. I'll tell you what. All of them, the meeting that had happened, I captured, right? It's an intention when I say this meeting minutes, right? Meeting with Krishnaveni, where we are capturing all the previous minutes. All of them will be captured into the portal. That's the intention. Obviously, we need to have the traction, right? Anybody can look at it. Now it's all in WhatsApp. Tomorrow, anybody joins will have a traction as long as SHaDE exists. My vision is now PrasannaVenkatesan join newly. If he wants to know, hey, what these guys have been talking, he will take a look. What date, what it was created, we'll have a traction. So too many things from different sources, emails, Excel sheet, etc. Minds. We have to grab, collate, and whatever best we could get them seated in one website. That is the ultimate purpose of it. Okay? Sure. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time. Talking to you all. When is the next meeting, Janani? Next.
27th.
Next Sunday we will have it, but we'll see. But you fill the agenda. Maybe we can have a short call for going through the Jira items. Next week, we have it for our administrative tasks. So that way it will be overlapping. Right? Next week we will have it in probably first half, before probably around 11-ish.
27th, right now?
27th. Right. Okay. Sure. Thank you, guys. Have a great evening.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thanks, Janani. Prasanna also. Thank you. Yeah. Bye.